guys, welcome to TezMania TV. Today I'm going to do a tutorial for piercing jewelry attachments made from clay, like the one I'm wearing here, that you guys have really liked on Instagram. The clay that I'm using is called Fimo Soft, and it is a crafts clay. Anything like this should work. Make sure it has no toxins in it before you start working with it. And then I'm just going to use this for when I put it in the oven. And I use these tongs to work with the piercing jewelry itself because it's so tiny. And then I have my box of piercing jewelry right here. I'm going to be using some of these balls to create the base of the jewelry. So I'm first starting off by taking this one and then a little bar for it. So a ball and a labret that I'm putting together. Now keep in mind that the labret will not be damaged, but the ball will be. So don't use balls that you're worried about. I'm going to start by working with black clay, and I'm just going to create a disc that I thought it'd be cool to have in my Medusa. When I'm done with the shape, I'm using the ball attached to the labret to create a hole in the back of the middle of the clay piece, like so. And it looks like this once I've removed the bar. Just setting that aside, and then I'm going to use this banana bar or curved bar, whatever you want to call it, with some red clay. And I'm going to create one of these septum pinchers. So again, I'm using two balls that I'm attaching to that curved barbell. And then I'm going to create the shape for those two horn-like little pincher halves out of the red clay, like so. This is a great way to create the illusion of having a stretched septum if you don't actually want to stretch it. Once the two horns are done, I am going to carefully grab the barbell with the tongs and then press the horns onto the balls. And I'm being careful so that I don't distort the shape too much. You can just correct that a little bit afterwards, but just be careful anyway. And then the other one, making sure that they are the way that I want them to end up, which is like this. So this is what the finished jewelry will look like. When I'm happy with that, I'm carefully removing the horns again from the balls and just getting rid of all that metal. And then I'm just creating some other random pieces by using the same method. Then I'm putting that in the oven according to the description on the package, so 110 degrees for 30 minutes. And then they take a couple of minutes to cool down, but then they are hardened and we can do the next part of the process, which is gluing them to the metal balls. I'm using a super glue. Be careful if you use this kind of glue because you can actually glue your fingers together and you won't be able to get them apart again, which is horrible. All I need is one little drop of glue inside this horn, and then I'm just slightly gonna slide it onto the ball that I have created it for. So I'm gluing it to the ball now. Be careful so that you don't glue it to the bar itself, because if you can't screw the balls loose, then you can't put the jewelry on. So don't overuse the glue. And I'm leaving that to dry until the glue is almost completely dried, and then I can remove it like this, and the ball is glued inside the horn, as you can tell. But it's not glued to the barbell. That's actually it. Super easy. So I'm just repeating that step for all the other little pieces with the glue and then adding those balls inside, waiting for the glue to set, and then we are done. It's that easy. And just put it on like you would put on any kind of jewelry and you are good to go. It's a fun way to create your own kind of jewelry. You can obviously do any kind of shape you want. You don't have to do horns or balls. You can do hearts or stars or little unicorn horns, whatever you want to do. I really like this plain black one because it just looks like a regular stretched septum. This black disc turned out a little bit too big. My lips are pretty thin, so it kind of covers my lip a little bit, but you get the gist of it. And then just to show you what the red looks like as well. That's it for this tutorial. If you guys have any questions, put those in the comments as per usual. Thank you for watching, and I shall see you in my next video. Bye bye!